Back at it again, and we are trading what the M15 time frame from London session open till London close. So we trade 7 a.m. GMT till 5 p.m. GMT, and one strategy, and the strategy is trading fair value gaps. So we are trading Euro USD M15. Is that okay? So you can see that we have some fair value gaps on our chart, but these fair value gaps are stemming from Asian session, so we are not going to use that. This is telling us to sell, but we are not taking this sell because we are waiting for a fair value gap that is created during our trading session. The current fair value gaps we see, it happened outside of our trading session, so we can't take that as part of our trading session. Is that okay? So right from 7 a.m. GMT till 5 p.m., anytime we get a fair value gap, we are trading with a risk to reward of what? 1 is to 2.5. So anytime we lose 1. Anytime we win, we make 2.5. And the goal is to be systematic and to be consistent. That's what math is. You need to have a strategy that you can trade consistently, repeating the same thing over and over again. Exactly. Because what we have out there, it's everything is kind of subjective and relative, and an individual is doing A, another individual is doing B. You are not able to do the same thing. But here's the case: you want to do the same thing, you want to take the same trades over and over every day. And so with that, we simply take trades when we see a fair value gap. When we don't see a fair value gap, we don't take any trade. Is that okay? You are trading a 15 minutes time frame. So if it's a red fair value gap, it means you are selling. So we just go our first trade. Perhaps you are saying that if the market is able to come back here, we should be put in a trade, and the risk reward of 1 is to 2.5. And again, we have another one. So here we say that perhaps if the market is able to come, it should trigger us in. And then you have another third one. We say perhaps if the market is able to come, it should trigger us in. And then we are using a risk reward of what? 1 is to 2.5. So all these three are what? Sell limits. Why are we selling? It's because our fair value gap strategy is telling us that, hey, anytime a fair value gap is created, you put a sell limit if the market is able to pull back. So fortunate for us, we have 3 sell limits, but only one has been activated. Now we have a fourth one, so we put a sell limit in there. So we've had 4 tradable opportunities, but out of the 4, only one has been activated, and it just hit take profit. Now we have a 5th sell opportunity. So you say perhaps if the market is able to pull back, it should activate us in the trade. If it doesn't, we are okay. We have a 6th tradable opportunity. So we say perhaps if the market is able to pull back, it should put us in. But if it doesn't, we sit on the sidelines and wait. Are you getting it? So today you've had 6 opportunities to take trade, but out of the 6 opportunities, we just had another sell limit. So we put our sell limit here. So we've had 7, but out of the 7, only one trade has been what? Triggered. And that is what we are simply waiting for. We don't manually enter the trade. We wait for a market pullback to activate our trade. And so today you can see that the market is very bearish. It's selling. But at the end of the day, only one of our trades has been triggered. So we've had 1 win, but 7 tradable opportunities. But out of the 7, none of our trades have been activated, only 1. So we just had our second trade activated. This is the recent fair value gap. This market just activated it. I hope you are getting it. Okay, so we have 2 wins for today. We've had 7 tradable opportunities. 5 were not triggered, 2 were triggered, and you have 2 wins. So if you are risking 1% per trade, then we'll be up by 5%. So we have another entry. So you say perhaps if the market pulls back, then put us in. Are you getting it? So that is the market came close, but we're not triggered in the trade. And you can't force your trades because you are using what? A limit order. So market has to be able to come by itself to trigger you in. Are you getting it? So yeah, that is the strategy. When we see a fair value gap, we put in the trade. If we don't see a fair value gap, we don't take any trade. At the end of the day, trading is all about patience. It's all about waiting for the right setup and then trading. You define an edge, and our edge is we are trading fair value gaps. If it happens, kudos. Our third trade has been activated, it's one or two things. Either we hit take profit or we hit stop loss. But at the end of the day, we are sticking to one strategy and we are practicing consistency. When you do that and you have the data in front of you, it's hard for you to trade otherwise. Are you getting it? And all our trades ends at 5 p.m. That is when the London session closes. So Frankfurt will begin the session at 7. London comes in at 8. Frankfurt ends at 4 p.m. GMT. And then London also what? Ends at 5 p.m. GMT. And then we are done trading for the day. All we do is we take trades when we have a setup. If we don't have any setup, we don't take any trade. So it's very interesting. Sometimes you see the market is going in our direction, but we didn't get triggered. Only 1, 2, 3 of our trades have been triggered out of about 10 tradable opportunity. And yeah, as long as we are sticking to our rules, we are sticking to our confluence for trade, then we are good. Are you getting it? So how does these fare? So we just had 3 wins for the day, and that is pretty good. So we have another fair value gap here and another one here. So we'll put in a sell limit over here and also a sell limit that just got triggered over here. We put our 1 is to 2.5 and again 1 is to 2.5. At the end of the day, we are sticking to our rules. It's not yet 5 p.m. so we are still in the trade, but market ends in about 30 minutes. So yes, we've had 3 wins. It looks like we might be hitting a loss on. We just hit a loss. Okay, it didn't hit stop loss yet. Okay, we just hit one stop loss and then we are done trading for the day. Is that okay? So we had 3 wins, 1 loss. If you risk 1% per trade, then this loss will put your account down by 1%. And we are going for a 1 is to 2.5. So these 3 wins will give us 7.5. Then you take away the 1%. So your account will still be up by 6.5. And this last trade got triggered and also closed at break even because our trading session ends at 5 p.m. when the London session closes. Is that okay? So guys, you can trade this on pounds USD and euro USD. I personally prefer pounds USD the most, but euro USD it's also good. But at the end of the day, can you decide to trade one simple strategy? Can you stick with it with proper risk management, good risk to reward? All right, so peace out and catch you in the next one. If you are looking for this data, this is the place to be. Trade the fair value gap diligently, and you see your account will go up because it's been profitable.